Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Opening Night Trivia. And this is it. It's here. It's time. It's time for the title match. David Garcia it's time for David Garcia to try and defend his belt for the very first time here at ONTL Geek singles. Still a little wordy, but we're gonna make do. And he's got a hell of a player across from him, as we have the player who is number one ranked. We have the player who has I believe, the most wins, the best record, and as of his last match, has a knockout. We have Robert Castner back in, and I've heard it said that there's nothing more dangerous than a second chance. Robert, with his second chance here at ONTL Singles Gold, trying to prove that he's in fact the best in the world. And frankly, I couldn't do this by myself. I'm not worthy to play these documents.
You are.
But I did find somebody who was. I have with me one half of the ONTL Geek Teams champions. I have Joe Farrelly. Joe, how are you?
I'm good. I'm very good. How are you?
I'm spectacular.
I'm really looking forward to this. Like you said, yeah, David fully earned his title the last time he played. He played an absolutely fantastic match. And Robert here once again and just played absolutely lights out in his last match, and has sort of throughout ONTL. ONTL Geek, every match he plays, he plays lights out. It's going to be really exciting to watch these two and see if David can become the second player to defend the ONTL Geek title.
Yeah, absolutely. Robert has only one loss. It is to this man here. These two, David and Robert, have actually played across the divisions that are not this one. Have multiple encounters in
there many times.
Yeah, multiple encounters in TMG, which are nothing short of legendary. I think one going to sudden death, which was an amazing match. If you haven't seen it, please do. As well as in fandom, Robert coming away with the last few encounters, getting the better off of David. But this is a new arena for both of them. They have not met in this arena, as I'm aware. So we're going to see what happens, and we're going to see what they have to say.
I certainly don't think they've met in a 5-rounder either.
That's true. Let's see what they got to say about it.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I was just completing some light reading. Is this on in this league? It isn't. Well, what the fuck am I? What's up with that? That's stupid. What's wrong with me? Yeah, we're doing a 5-rounder today. It's me. It's David. I want to say this is probably like match 1200. I think that's about right. My calculations are pretty close. Teams and singles combined. This will be exciting. I have the general ball of nerves that is trying to regurgitate out of me. Hopefully you won't see any spectacular pyrotechnics here. But I know David, know him pretty well. Enjoy David, enjoy him pretty well. This is going to be fun. Whoever wins will be worthy to hold the Geek title, I think. I hope he would say the same if I end up being victorious. But David, you're a gentleman and a scholar. I'm coming for you. I really want this. I really want this Geek title. But I know it's going to be a challenge and a gauntlet. Looking forward to traversing that gauntlet with you at the other end, sir.
Oh, hi. I'm pretty sure this one is in this league. So I just wanted to make sure I know how every tree looks, because I think I will need that kind of knowledge to try and beat Robert today. Hey, everybody. I am nervous because this is actually the first title defense that I ever do. So, yeah, I am not used to being a champ. I still cannot believe it in myself, at least in this particular scenario. I have other belts that I am a little more not proud, a little more I don't know. I just think that my partner is the one that carries us in that other thing that we beat Robert's team. But today I did my work today. The last times I played Robert, I did say that I was focused on fandom, but today I feel prepped. I went to the camp. I just went full on geek. I really want to defend this. I really want to prove to myself that my last championship win wasn't a fluke, which I know It may sound silly, but it's something I need to prove to myself. So I went to work. I did a lot of data studying. I didn't watch as many movies as I would have liked, but I did do a lot of notes. So let's see how that goes, because I will need every bit of knowledge I can get to beat Robert, who I know from experience is a great competitor. So good luck, and let's do this thing.
I don't have.
All right. Yeah, I don't have a book either. I was like, no, it's too far. Yeah. Well, we knew the respect would be mutual. We knew that both guys would be very ready, and it looks like they are. Dune not in Geek yet. But we'll see what we can do about it. It's not the first time we've thought about it.
Comes in. I'm going to keep trying to get that in because I love it.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, listen, I will trade you Dune if we can kick out the TMNT movies. Just think about it. We don't have to make a decision. We'll think about it. All right, then it's time, I think.
Let's do it. I'm excited.
All right, introducing first the challenger, the number 1 ranked Untitled Geek singles contender with a record of 6 wins, 1 defeat, with 1 win by way of knockout. He is Robert Castner.
I do have a trash can here in case things get too overwhelming for me.
Reasonable.
Smart.
And his opponent, he is the current reigning Untitled Geek singles champion of the world with a record of 2-0, David García. All right, let's just do some flips here. All right. Round number 1 is going to work like this. There will be 10 questions from 10 different categories of what we here at Onslaught have determined to be geek. Each question will be worth a point. You'll have around 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer. You will then be asked by name to flip your board and say your answer aloud. Please, for the folks at home, say it very loud. My mother has a slight hearing disability at this point in her long life. If you get all 10 questions correct, that would be awesome. I'll be really proud of you. I'll do a dab, and we will offer you the bonus question worth, again, exactly 1 point. I'd like to tell both players they have 3 repeats for the entirety of this game, and a challenge if you need it. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right. Any questions from the competitors?
Nope. Good luck, sir.
All right, gentlemen, your questions have been written and tested. 5 rounds. Let's get in to round number 1. You guys, at this point, should know how it works. 10 questions, geek categories, bonus. Let's do it.
Your first question will be administered to you by the writer of this document, who enjoys this first category, I'm told, ladies and gentlemen, and those of you who have left the binary, Joe Farrelly.
Your first question comes in the category of Star Trek. In which Star Trek movie does a character learn that their brother and nephew have died in a fire? I don't even want to banter at the moment. It's tense.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, like, that's the problem with this, right? Is that, like, we have to go, like, so how big do you think Sauron's dick is? Like, why? 5,
Fair question.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Pens
are down. We will start. Yeah, David.
Generations.
Robert.
Generations.
Off to a great start. Generations is correct.
We will be going on to your second question in Marvel. What is Yukio's mutant ability in the Wolverine?
Huh.
You're right about what you said in the first question. I do like Star Trek. I really do.
Well, yeah, and I try to give, like...
I was hoping it was a lie. You didn't like it.
Yeah, but, like, this is... like, most of this stuff is in Joe's bag in a way that, like... I'm just here for the jokes.
The bag has Joe's. It's monogrammed with it.
I think in the early days, especially the geek leagues, I think Star Trek was always a lot of people's weak category.
Yeah,
and it was something that I was like, no, you need to strengthen it.
3.
it's the only reason I watched Geek
1.
Star Trek movies.
Pens are down. We will start with Robert.
See how people will die.
Oh.
And David.
I said electric. I am Yukio from the.
We did say the Wolverine.
I know.
so-
I stopped listening.
Yeah, Robert is correct. Sees how people will die. We will give him the point on that, and Robert takes a 1-point lead.
You know that?
David, I know being a champion and gets you invites to a lot of VIP events, but yeah, constant. The alcohol's got to stop. That's what's the forum. We move into your third question. In the category of mixed bag, Kit Walker is the real name of which titular mixed bag hero? I mean, we definitely said Marvel, didn't we, Alex?
We definitely said Marvel, but we also definitely said the Wolverine.
Okay.
I mean,
it just you take your eye off the ball for like a second. You take your eye off the ball for a second, and Robert gets a point on you.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. David
is it the Phantom?
and Robert.
I also said the Phantom.
And you would both be correct.
Okay.
Well done. Next question. DCEU. How does Michael Rooker's character Savant die in The Suicide Squad?
See that last question, you can see them going. So definitely Robert was going, and I think I know what the other one he was contemplating was.
Yeah.
There's 2 movies there that definitely make
Will you accept the general answer?
It's fairly general.
We will accept the answer that is correct.
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah.
Write something down.
Yeah.
We're gonna go 5.
Watch this
4,
this morning as well.
3,
Nice.
2, 1. Pens are down. Robert.
Head blown up by implanted charge.
David.
Head exploded.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Take them both.
Explosion would have been too general.
Yeah, no.
We move into your next question in the category of DC. Which DC movie features a group called the Challengers of the Unknown? Yeah, so watched Suicide Squad this morning. I think it may be coming up for me and something else.
Yeah, you do all this. You do all this other stuff as well. Like, why? Honestly, the more I play, the more I'm concerned about playing. It just seems hard.
We talk about the other stuff. I do believe I watched a match very recently where you were called out by somebody else in this room.
It'll happen. 5, 4, 3,
Repeat.
2. That is Robert's first repeat.
Okay, your category again is DC. And your question, which DC movie features a group called the Challengers of the Unknown? I think DCEU is definitely becoming stronger.
Oh, as a category, absolutely.
Yeah.
It definitely helps with people. They're releasing movies that people generally like as a consensus. I think that's a strong move for them. That's a
5,
strong move.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. We'll go to David
Teen Titans Go to the movies.
and Robert.
That makes sense. I said Batman 66.
Teen Titans Go to the movies is correct. So we are tie game and no perfect rounds.
Absolutely. We go now to the Wizarding World. By what full name is Grindelwald going by in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
It's been such a long week. I've got so much to see. I haven't seen Morbius or Secrets of Dumbledore, Sonic 2.
I did watch that.
I've seen none of them.
Sonic.
Yeah.
I mean, I can let Morbius go by the wayside, if I'm honest. I'm not.
I've seen it. Honestly, you probably just wait till it comes out.
Video on
It's not. It's not great. It's not even good. It's actively bad.
Well, we
Kill
got
it
5
before it
days.
takes.
We got 5 days to the unbearable weight of massive
5,
talent, and that I am looking forward
4,
to.
3, 2, 1. Pens are down. We will start with Robert,
Percival Graves.
and we'll go to David.
Woo! Percival Graves.
Both are
High
correct.
5. Going into your next question in the category of Middle Earth. In Fellowship of the Ring, how many ring wraiths attack the hobbits at Weathertop?
Hmm.
I nearly said Fellowship there is what happened.
This, I mean, I love a good question. You know that about me. This is my favorite question you've ever written. This is the best one. Because when I had to think about it, boy, I had to think.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. There's every now and again you see a document someone else written and go, oh. I've done that a lot watching across the divisions. There's some people writing some great questions.
2, 1. Pens are down. We will start with
David.
4.
And we'll go to Robert.
I said 5.
5 is the correct answer.
Must be 5 and 6. So cool.
All right, Robert retakes the lead, 1 point. As we get into your next question, Star Wars. Your question: who stuns Poe after he mutinies against the Resistance hierarchy in The Last Jedi? I mean, not to be a little bit. I mean, I guess we have to at this point. We have to plug a show that we've had a lot of fun doing, and that is Picture This, where we review all the Best Picture winners with me, Jack, Matthew, Coho, Adelaide, and maybe some friends along the way. I mean, you don't know. I mean,
The real Best Picture winners are the friends we made along the
way. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Did you enjoy Wings?
4,
No.
3, 2, 1. Pens are down. We're going to go to Robert
Rose.
and David.
Leia.
Leia.
Oh, you said. I didn't realize what I did.
What? 1 of 1.
Yep.
This is turning into a real back and forth
Tie game.
as we move into sci-fi killers.
Oh, shit.
Which sci-fi killers movie features characters named Vickers, Janik, and Fifield? This is becoming a staple of which features these characters. It's
Yeah. And another thing is, this is becoming like a very, you can tell how much we all see each other.
Yeah.
Because we're all very like jumping in.
My God.
Yeah.
What an idiot I am, huh? Just I focused way. You were like stunned. I was like, "Yep,
I know where this is going.
Yep.
It's all
Awesome.
right. Tie game, almost no harm done.
I'm loving it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. We will start with David
Prometheus.
and Robert.
Prometheus.
Prometheus is correct. As we get into your last question, which will come from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. Your question: who kills Alexander Pierce in The Winter Soldier?
love this movie.
It's a great movie.
This was my treat movie as I was watching all the other kinds of movies. To get
Yeah.
ready.
I get that.
Yeah. I was like, I'm treating myself.
Oh, my treat's usually something that's not geek or fandom. When I've done a whole bunch of studying, it's what am I going to watch that's completely non-studyable?
I enjoy that. That's a good idea.
5,
After a big
4,
match, it's always nice.
Oh, I
2,
just
1.
see so Dumbledore doesn't count as a non-fandom technically. But
Are down. We will start with Robert on this one.
Nick Fury.
And David?
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury is correct. So at the end of round number 1, we have a score of 8-8 tie game. Very close. We knew it would be. As we get into round number 2. In round number 2, we have chosen 3 categories. Each player will take one. The third category we'll just be using it just a little bit later. 5 questions, each with 2 points. You can check down to multiple choice. We do have that as an option available. If you want, I guess. Both players to other challenges. Robert has used 1 repeat so far. Your categories for today are the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, the Wizarding World, and DC movies. It is a tie game, so we do defer to the champion on this. David, you have control of the board. You need the options again? Or do you know if you'd like to take your questions first or second, as well as if you want your category first or second?
I will be choosing first.
All right, choosing first.
I'll be answering first.
Ooh.
And even though I know the risks now, I'll pick Wizarding World.
Wizarding World is off of the board. We go now to Robert, who will be answering second. We do know that. And do you need the categories again, or
No,
where are we
it's
going?
kind of where I figured this was going. So now I have. I'm also going to risk something that I know is a terrible, terrible idea, but I'm going to do it anyway, and I'm going to choose MCU for me.
MCU is off of the board. We will be saving for
DC.
we will
will be
save
saved
DC.
for another time.
Yay!
Yay! Woo!
Woo!
So, as David said, he'll be answering first. Alex, do you want to give David his questions to avoid any Wookiee mistake allegations?
Well, that's fair, and I think it's probably best that I do. As you know, as everyone knows, I do hate the MCU. So I guess we'll get started here in 5 questions in the Wizarding World. David, if you're ready.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Your first question: which Hogwarts student is played by Devin Murray?
Seamus Finnegan.
That is correct for 2 points. Second question: which Wizarding World movie features a character using the spell Nebulous?
Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald.
2 points. Third question: what type of fruit does Slughorn say is his favorite in Half-Blood Prince?
I hope they didn't change it in translation. Pineapple?
2 points.
Okay, cool.
Fourth question: in Deathly Hallows Part 2, Voldemort destroys the shield protecting Hogwarts after which Horcrux is destroyed?
Huh. That's
Answer repeat in 5,
question.
4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
All right, that is your first repeat. Once again, in Deathly Hallows Part 2, Voldemort destroys the shield protecting Hogwarts after which Horcrux is destroyed?
They are both going to be in the multiple choices. And Robert is going to steal, but Helga Hufflepuff's cup.
2 points.
Good job, Dave.
All right. Fifth and final question for a clean sweep. What did Dobby do to punish himself for sending the rogue bludger after Harry in Chamber of Secrets?
Iron his own hands.
And that is a clean sweep and 2
Woo!
points.
Good job, Dave.
Well done.
It's one of the most tense rounds.
So,
All right.
that takes David up to 18. As we move on to Robert's questions in the MCU. Robert, are you ready for questions in MCU? Your first question. What is the name of Jane's date, played by Chris O'Dowd in Thor the Dark World? First name.
Richard.
2 points. Second question. In which MCU movie will you find a ship called the Royal Talon?
Yikes. I'm going to multiple choice, please.
No problem. Your multiple choice options are: is it A, Guardians of the Galaxy, B, Avengers Infinity War, C, Black Panther, or D, Thor Ragnarok?
Thor Ragnarok was my initial thought, so I'm going to say that.
David, for the 1 point steal, the options again are A, Guardians of the Galaxy, B, Avengers Infinity War, C, Black Panther, or D, Thor Ragnarok.
Answer or repeat in 5,
Black Panther.
4.
For the 1 point steal. Robert, your third question in MCU. In Avengers Infinity War, who is the first character we see turn to dust after Thanos snaps his fingers?
Bucky.
For 2 points. Fourth question. In Iron Man 2, who refers to Tony's palladium poisoning as a high-tech crossword puzzle?
Nick Fury.
David for a 2-point steal.
James Rhodes.
2 points.
That's bad.
Robert, your final question in the MCU. What is the first item Groot brings to Yondu after Yondu asks for his prototype fin in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Oh my god. Just fucking watch this.
All right, in answer or repeat in 5.
Repeat.
4. Second repeat.
What is the first item Groot brings to Yondu when Yondu asks for his prototype fin in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options are: is it A, a toe, B, an Orlani, C, a desk, or D, underwear?
Underwear.
For a point. So at the end of that round, I have the score at 21-13.
Hang on a second. I'm shit at math. Yes, that is what I have as well. That is one of the many subjects I pulled at school. Yes, 21-18 advantage is going to David. Still a lot of game left to play.
Oh, yes,
As
this is a 5-round. We have a lot more game left to play. It's still anyone's game.
As we get into the nightmare situation, that is the opponent's choice round. We need a graphic for that. All right. In this round, each player will choose for their opponent a category. They will have 5 questions, each worth 2 points. There will be no multiple choice for this round. And unless I am mistaken, the categories available for this round are the DCEU, Marvel, Middle-earth, Sci-Fi Killers, Star Trek, and quotes. So, David, you are in the lead, and thus you have control of the board. Which category will Robert be answering questions from?
Let's give him quotes.
All right, quotes. And Robert, do you do the categories again?
Just one more time, please.
Yes, of course. DCEU, Marvel, Middle-earth, Sci-Fi Killers, Star Trek, and quotes is off the table.
I'll do Sci-Fi Killers, I guess.
Yeah. I wasn't going to give that to you. But...
All right, Sci-Fi Killers. David, would you like your questions first or second?
Give it to me first. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Since Alex asked you your questions in round 2, I'll ask you your questions in round 3. No multiple choice. Your questions in Sci-Fi Killers. In Predator, who kills a scorpion on Dylan's back in the gorilla camp?
I know now, if I'm correct, that he's played by Bill Duke. Mac.
2 points. Second question. What is the name of Sarah Connor's roommate in The Terminator?
Oh. Ginger?
For 2 points.
Oh.
What is your third question. What is Ricky's profession in Aliens vs. Predator Requiem?
He's a... Well, I hope that's Ricky. A pizza delivery boy.
2 points. Fourth question. What type of weapon does Dallas take with him into the air shafts while looking for the xenomorph in Alien?
Wow. Yep. Have no fucking clue. Flamethrower.
2 points.
Oh, okay.
And your final question in Sci-Fi Killers. What is the model number of the Terminator played by Gabriel Luna in Terminator Dark Fate?
Okay. V9?
That's incorrect. Correct answer is the Rev 9.
Okay. Missing
All
tulip.
David picking up 8 points as I have it, bringing his score to 29.
I'm going to put my pants down for a second. This round.
There's no stealing.
All right. That brings us to Robert's questions in quotes. Complete the quote from Snoke in The Last Jedi. Where there was conflict, I now sense blank. Where there was weakness, blank.
Resolution and strength.
That is very close but incorrect. We were looking for resolve and strength.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Second question. Which Star Trek villain says the quote, I'm afraid you won't live long enough to witness the victory of the echo over the voice? You need an answer or repeat in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sonnen.
We were looking for Shinzon.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Third question. What 5 words does Judge Dredd respond with when a subject pleads not guilty in Judge Dredd?
Wow.
You have been deemed guilty. I have no idea.
Looking for, I knew you'd say that.
Okay. It's going very well for me.
Fourth question. In which Marvel movie will you hear the quote, I fail to see how karate makes me a better healthcare companion?
Big Hero 6.
That is correct for 2 points. And your last question. Which DC hero tries to coin the catchphrase, tweet, tweet on the street? All right. Answer or repeat in 5, 4,
Steel?
3, 2. Looking for Robin.
I mean, that makes sense.
All right. So at the end of round number 3, I have the score at 29 to 15.
That's what I have.
All right. So this next round is going to be critical. All right. So at the end of round number 3, I have the score at 29 to 15. We go to round number 4. In this round, we have 5 questions from 5 just different categories. Each question will be
I spun the randomizer again.
Oh, okay. Great. 5 from the source. 5 questions from 5 randomized categories. Each question will be worth exactly 1 point. However, the competitors don't have to answer if they are not comfortable with their answer. We will be asking them to show their whiteboards. Each correct answer will be worth a point. And a correct answer on the whiteboard will be actually worth a negative point. We'll take a point away from them. A blank board indicates no answer. We will just be neutral pointage. All right. Your first question. Quotes. Which DCEU character says the quote, oh, wow, they really just vanish, huh? Oh, that's rude.
both straight to the portal now.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right. We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. We will start with David.
The Flash.
And Robert.
The Flash.
Both correct for a point.
Your second question in this round comes in the category of MCU. Which MCU movie features a town named Valmira?
All right.
5,
4.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Robert.
Iron Man.
David.
Iron Man.
Iron Man is correct.
Are we good?
Yep.
Okay. Your next question. Star Trek. In Star Trek Beyond, how does Scotty escape the doomed Enterprise as it crashes onto Ultimate?
What's the score?
I have the score at 31-17.
Third question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. David. No answer. Robert.
I said escape pod.
And your winner by way of knockout, David Garcia. That is it. David has won and defended his belts, his title, successfully for the very first time by way of knockout. Emphatic defense of his crown. Robert doing a great job. Just one category got the better of him, and he was just unable to catch up. David just a little bit too much for him today. We're going to get the champ out of here for just 1 second as we talk to today's unwinner, Robert. I mean,
Yeah.
I know that it seems that we talk to you. You know, you win 3-4 straight, and then we get back to the title match, and here we are again. But I can't imagine trying to take away from you that you are, in fact, one of the very best players in the world. It's just here on maybe it's just against these two players specifically, but they're the players that we have. Just kind of talk us through if you can.
Yeah, if I'm not an idiot and I listen to the stupid Star Wars question right, then I have the lead and I can take. I mean, I knew all David's Wizarding World questions. I would have swept it too. He probably would have done better in MCU than I did, but I knew that. And then, I could have given him quotes, and I did his. I think I got 10 out of 10 in his sci-fi whatever. So, yeah, I watched half the MCU and studied the rest, and stuff slipped through the crack. I should have probably just done DC. I thought about it. No, it sucks. I don't like how much work I put into this to get stomped out like I did today. It's not fun. Got lots of other stuff going on in my life that, I would probably like to spend more time on, but I put a lot of time into this and it backfired on me terribly. So it's not great. Yeah, whatever, I'll come back. It'll be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the season is not over. We definitely do have plans for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
Robert,
your performances throughout this title picture have been nothing short of phenomenal. You may have come up a little bit short today, but I don't think that's anything to be ashamed of, because 5-rounders don't come around all that often, and the way you've played throughout this tournament, not just here but in tournaments in other places as well, I think there's a reason you're the number one ranked player in this division, because you are a phenomenal player, and I don't think you should ever let even a defeat take that away from you.
Oh, thanks, Joe. I appreciate that. No, I mean, yeah, it's cool. I just I get to this spot a lot, and then obviously the caliber of opponent is really good. That's why we're in title pictures. I'm usually playing champions as a challenger, so it's not like I should expect any less. It's just I can't get the luck, I guess, as well to flip my way. But that again, that was me not paying attention. If I just pay attention, the whole match flips. Probably. At least we go the full slate. So that's my fault, but I'll be fine.
All right. Well, we obviously we don't want to keep you because we have a lot on your mind. So we'll just say, still probably the best record of the division. Still one of the most destructive players in the division. And God help us if you're even better next time we see you. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Castner. And back with today's winner and still the champion by way of knockout, David Garcia. Fucking killer performance coming out. Both of you tied at the end of round one, and then I mean, just the strategy you had. I'll take my strength, and then ship quotes right off to him. I mean, that's where the game was won, I think.
Honestly, this match, the strategy of this match started weeks ago when I told you, hey, let's keep quotes, please. Because I used the champion's advantage to my advantage today.
As is your right, yes.
Because I was not going to give him sci-fi killers. As a second option, I could have maybe given him Marvel movies, but I knew. So I knew no matter what, I was going to get stuck with sci-fi killers in opponent's situation, and I remembered it existed this time. So I worked on it, and yeah, I knew that it was going to be very important to at least tie round one. And when I stopped listening when you said Yukio and missed that, because Yukio, I was like, oh shit, do I know that? And yeah, I thought that maybe that was a high screw up, but luckily his brain farted the same way mine did in the same round, so I was able to pick Wizarding World. I was very scared considering what happened in the last title match I played, but I was able to push through, and I was afraid of MCU. I would have done okay in it, but not sweep it by any means. And in quotes, again, same thing. I would have done a little worse than in Sci-Fi Killers. So, yeah, I'm really glad that my strategy coming in played out. And I am really glad that I was able to defend and to prove to myself that I can perform in these types of matches, because last time I played Joe, it was a weird match because we talked about it beforehand. We kind of decided what we were going to do, and I still believe if we played again, he will beat me because he will probably do what he probably should do strategy-wise. So I kind of wanted to prove to myself that I could win a 5-rounder without shenanigans, so to speak. And I did it, so I'm really glad. I'm really glad.
So with this, obviously...
Congratulations to Robert, though. Those MCU questions, I was afraid of them, and with good reason. So, yeah.
So with this, you become the second person to defend the ONTL Geek title, and still the third champion we've had here after Nick Tuhig and myself. And now we have this other title picture coming up, which we teased a little bit in that video. Is there anybody you can see from that pool of players that you think is going to be your next opponent?
Well, I have said it many times. There are two people I really want to play. There are two people I really want to play, and they're both in that title picture. So I hope there are a lot of people in that could be the winners, but I really do want to play Alex or Brittany. So, come on.
Congratulations, David. We'll be seeing you one way or another. And congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, and those of you that have run away from the binary. Your winner and still champion by way of knockout, David Garcia. Hell of a match, Joe. Well done, well played, and a wonderful performance by David Garcia, as well as a wonderful performance by Robert Castner.
David,
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
just look. This is a great title picture, and I've really enjoyed watching it. I think David and Robert both, so David being the champion of the last one, and Robert coming through this was fantastic. And when we spoke about organizing it, I was happy to be left out of it. But every time I look at this plan for the next title picture, I think it's out of order that I'm not in it. I think I should be in it. Look, I lost the title fair and square. I skipped a title picture, and now I'm out of one.
Yeah, but we also had the open mic event, and the MVP of the open mic event was
I conveniently ended up number 7 on that.
I was before you. I agree. I don't think anybody was happy with their number that came in that early.
Yeah, well, I did win it.
That's true.
And I think you said you said to be used whenever I want.
Yeah.
I want it now. Right now. I was kind of hoping David would have played 5 rounds. But I want it now. Right now. Bring David back in here. I want it now.
The document is written.
That's lucky.
The document has been written since open mic. I have to find a co-host, but okay. This just in. This is not over. The rematch will happen. Joe Farrelly will be getting his shot, a well-earned shot from open mic. David Garcia will have to defend his title twice in the same day. We'll be right back